something doesn't work, there's always another solution.
In life, when the wind is against you, that is exactly the condition planes take flight.
The problems of failure, the problems of discouragement, of hopelessness, of hunger. Things go wrong.
So many people out there fail, not because they don't have the ability, it's because they don't have the heart to go through adversity.
Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments because the 1,001st was the light bulb.
Couldn't speak at 4. Was written out of class because couldn't read at 7. Kicked home, she mentally challenged. One of the greatest inventors of our time.
I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
In the beginning, we went to every single label, and every single label shut their door on us. The genius thing that we did was we didn't give up.
I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition.
I had 2 choices. I was going to sit in that failure and give up, or I was going to make a decision to step out of the darkness.
Every time I get knocked down, I will get back up, and I will succeed. It's going to be hard. Easy is not an option. And if it's hard, we will do it hard. Whatever is required to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. I will not surrender. And if those of you were this close, don't stop fighting. You have everything you need inside of you. Whatever you got to do, you do it.
The perseverance. You see it through. The never say die attitude. If I don't win, I show up and keep my ballot after. And tomorrow I'll do the same thing. And I'll continue to throw shit against the wall.
It takes that extra burst when you think there's nothing left. There's no way. You've tried everything 10 million times. If you keep hitting this wall enough times, I will see that you will not stop, that you are filled with that level of determination, faith, and courage, and then the door opens.
Life is going.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end.
We all get hit on the blind side by life.
A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard.
You can lose your family. You can lose your job. Lose your home, lose your car. They can say you can't come back. But during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place.
I've been fighting my whole life. You punch out the drums when I'm on.
May I remind you, you were born in the dark, shaped by the dark, molded by the dark.
No matter what you've ever been through, you had to go through it to get right here.
We can fight our way back into the light.
So what do you do when you fall down?
Embrace the failure.
Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You're already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness.
Some of the greatest things you will ever learn and some of the greatest changes in your life will be due to pain.
It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? You can decide that you're going to stand up to life.
Get up! Get up!
Sometimes in life, you have to hit back.
This is our new day. It's time for us to stand.
I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me.
There are certain things that you gotta go through. There's certain pitfalls that you gotta fall in.
You have got to make a declaration
to say, I am a conqueror.
I'm unstoppable.
There's nothing I can't achieve.
You've got to be willing to harness your will.
In spite of what you went through, in spite of how you suffered,
you're still looking at your dream. Say to yourself,
it is not over
until I win.
Life will knock us down, but we can choose, matter or not, to get back up.
You will never truly know yourself until tested by adversity.
No matter how many times you have fallen, look up. Get up. And don't ever give up.
There are going to be times in your life where you are kicked down, where you feel like you can't go on anymore, where you don't feel like getting out of bed, where you feel like you are beat down and the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you're not sure if you could carry this thing anymore. I'd be lying to you if I said I never have down periods, that I don't feel depressed, that I don't feel anxious, that I don't feel sad, that I don't feel like the world is kicking my tail. But you gotta find a way. You gotta find something to keep going, to keep pushing forward, to just give that little boost to push you through the day, to push you through tomorrow and the next day until you get out of this funk. You gotta find something inside you to do it. And you gotta understand that it's a test. It's a test of your will, of your grit, of your mental toughness. And the more brilliant you are, the more you will be tested. You fight through the depression, you fight through the anxiety, you fight through the stress, you fight through all of the negative, all of the circumstances around you that are beating you down to your knees. And you just gotta stand up.
Listen to me very closely. You gotta hear what I'm saying. Pain is temporary.
If you push through, the gates will open. That you will reach your goals, your targets, and you will become the best you if you keep moving one foot after the other, after the other.
Pain is gonna take you to the next level. I know what you're feeling, but you gotta work through it. And if you work through your pain, on the other side is a reward. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You bigger than your pain. You better than that. I've been trying to get that into your spirit. I've been trying to get you to celebrate pain.
How strong are you mentally to fight through this thing?
You gonna work through this. You gonna get up, you gonna get dressed, and you gonna do what you've been called to do. You gonna be what you called to be. And you gonna prove to everybody that tried to break you, you gonna prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dreams, you gonna prove all of them wrong.
Anybody can be good when times are good. But when things are bad in your life, how good are you going to be? Because that's the test of you as a human being. Will you show up? Will you bring it? So bring it.
What if you slept? And what if in your sleep you dreamed? And what if in your dream you went to heaven and there picked a strange and wonderful flower? And what if when you awoke you held that flower in your hand? Ah, what then?
You get it when you believe you have it.
Whatever you believe becomes.
If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
This physical world can become whatever we decide it's going to be.
Do you see that you imagine yourself? Your mind is dreaming, but you're the one creating the dreams.
You are God.
Don't look for nothing in the castle to come out the sky. We are the sky. What we looking to change, we must change.
The kingdom of God is within man. Not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men. In you. You, the people, have the power.
The world is a reflection of the internal.
Reality happens from the inside out.
Everything you need is already within you.
The universe is in us.
The dream is now. If we make up our mind for the dream to be now.
You literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. Your imagination. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like?
What you see is what you'll be.
You are all meant to shape life.
Realize you are not of the world, but the world is of you.
You are the creator of your life.
When you're ready to wake up, you're going to wake up.
If you died today, what dreams, what ideas what gifts, what talents, what voice, what stories will die with you. See, a lot of people go to work every day miserable, and all they do is just talk about how miserable they are, but they don't do anything about it. You know that you're deliberately operating below your potential. You've gotten comfortable. You stop expanding. You stop stretching. You stop challenging yourself. It's hard living. Life is hard. So most people don't use their imaginations. Most people don't dream anymore. Why? Because through the conditioning process of life, after so many rejections, see, you know what you can do. You know what you have done, and you also have seen what has been done by others in your environment and by others in your circumstances. Then you look at where you want to go, and what most people do, they do that which they feel they know that can work because they've already done it or they've seen it done. And so they allow their negative history to determine the possibilities for them. And so when they run into a roadblock, even if they have something beyond their comfort zone, when they run into a roadblock, something happens to them. Most people allow life to control them and their circumstances. Look into the future. What is it you want? What is it you'd like to create for you? You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. This is not going to be it for my life. I deserve more than this. See, that will start making you do some stuff. Not only is it possible for you to have your dream, but it's necessary. It's necessary that you have it, that you work on it, that you develop yourself, that you go for what is yours in the universe. The major key to your reaching your dream, your living up to your greatness, your making your contribution to your making things happen in your life is you. That you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. That you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Live your life with passion, with some drive. You've got to remind yourself that you've got powers within you, talents within you that you haven't even reached for yet. See, whatever dream you got, that dream, that idea, that has been given to you. There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back. Who can guarantee that you can't make it? That you can't have your dream? Who can guarantee that you can't do what you want to do? No one can do that. No one can predict that. All we need to do is we look at our dream as we get ready to hit the floor. I'm blessed and highly favored.
People say that it takes years to make a real change in your life. But this is simply not true. Change happens in an instant. It's the moment that you decide that enough is enough. It's critical that you understand that you are the one who's choosing how much you earn. You're the one who's choosing how successful you are. You're the one who's choosing the quality of your relationships. You are the only person that's deciding what state of mind you will be in. The experiences you have, everything that happens is determined by you. The direction of your life is determined by you. But it happens one out of two ways. either consciously with a real choice or subconsciously. And that's when you live life like an accident. See, when you haven't decided how much you want to make, when you haven't decided how far you're gonna go, when you haven't committed to a certain quality of life, you will not experience it. That's the real problem about not having any goals, not having any direction in your life, because you float down the stream and end up getting random results that you don't want. See, the moment that you decide, the moment that you are 100% sure about what it is that you want to experience, you begin to attract it into your life instantaneously. But it has not, and it will never come by itself. Because if you haven't made a decision to get a certain result, and you still happen to get lucky, all that luck is doing is teasing you about that you are capable of more. But the power of decision, the power of really committing to something is so extreme that when you do, your life will begin to change immediately. See, when you have decided on that you're going to have something, you automatically begin the process of earning it. When you haven't made a commitment to change, when you're just thinking about it, when you just kind of throw it out there here and there occasionally, it's almost like a little mental game that you're playing with yourself. It's not serious. And see, a lot of people just fantasize about the vision, the dream, and living it, and how great it would be. But I want you to know that it's possible that you no longer need to dream at night. That every morning when you got up, you could step into your dream in real life. Not a fantasy, not some kind of distant future. But committing and deciding that you are going to do it, and then starting the process that leads you there. So decide clearly, what do you want to experience in your life? What do you want out of this? You have to stop accepting random. If you don't make a choice to be great, you've already made a choice by default. And that choice is to stay the same. What doesn't get better gets worse. So make the decision. What do you want?
Most of us in life are so afraid something's going to happen that we can't control, and therefore we're going to get pain, that we try to avoid those things we can't control. We try to shape our lives, where we spend our time, who we spend our time with, what we do, by environments that we feel really comfortable in, where we feel like we're really in control in them. But what that does is it limits the shape and quality of our lives. You know, so many times we set goals, or we have dreams, or we have plans, and we work our tail off, and it doesn't come out the way we want. And a lot of people come out of those situations disillusioned, or angry, or resentful, or frustrated. They look for someone to blame. But you know, sometimes I really truly believe that not getting your goal is part of the design, causing you to dig inside and discover more of yourself, to really begin to use your real capacity as a human being, those traits that are within you that only expand when they're challenged. How do you live in a world where suddenly something can happen? It could take away your whole business, or a storm could come and take away your home, or some calamity could happen to your personal family, or a disease could hit, or someone could die. How do you deal with all that? And the answer is, you have to know the one thing you can control is not events. What you control is what things mean to you.
How much time you really wasting?
For real. How much of our brains are we really gonna use?
So I don't care if you're a star athlete, I don't care if you're a billionaire, I don't care if you're a CEO of one of the most important companies, I don't care if you're an entertainer, like I don't care who you are. We all have problems. Stop letting the problems consume you. Problems are a part of life.
There are two types of people in the world. I'll tell you exactly who they are. You have people on one side who have reasons. They tell you all the fucking reasons why they can't become successful, why they can't get what they want in life.
The question is, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you?
I want you to focus on your dreams.
Nobody ain't got to convince me of what I do.
I want you to focus on your goals.
I do what I do because I do what I do.
I want you to focus on your solution.
Because I'm built from something, and man didn't create it.
I want you to focus on that dream life that you have.
If you put as much time into working on winning as you put into thinking about losing, you'd already be a champion.
It's an awesome feeling when you truly believe that you're going to be successful, regardless of the situation, because you put in all the time, all the effort, all the hard work, and you know that it's going to pay off.
And you're going to have to fight and fight and fight and fight.
If you want to be great, change your input. Something's got to be different in terms of the time you put in and the effort you put in. That needs to be great for you to be great.
The only thing keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it. And if you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money, you don't have the time. That's bullshit. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to take the fucking island, burn your fucking boats.
No more excuses, just adjustments. And remember,
people, when they're going to either die or succeed, tend to succeed.
You're not average. Why you being average? You're not average. Why you being good when you're not good? You great. When you gonna step up to the plate? Because there's some things in life you're not going to get. They're not coming to you. You gotta go take it. There's some stuff, if you gonna get it, you gotta will to get it. You gotta get your weight up. Get your weight up. Execution is worship. So from this day forward, we will execute. I will execute. I will execute.
Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift, reserved for a chosen few. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. We're all capable of it. All of us.
But I listened to what Jim Valvano said 21 years ago. The most poignant 7 words ever uttered in any speech anywhere. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Those great people didn't. So I now have a responsibility to also not ever give up. I'm not special. I just listened to what the man said.
But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. I will try 100 times to get up. And if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up.
No matter what you might be going through, don't quit. The secret is in not giving up. Everybody who's done something great, they weren't that deep. What they had was resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back. All the greats, they didn't quit. No matter how impossible your situation may seem, stay on course. I guarantee you cannot pass it if you quit. I guarantee you're gonna fail, but you don't know what's gonna happen if you keep going.
I'm fragile. I feel pain. I hurt. I open my eyes. I crave victory. I do not give up. I feel no fear. I fear no man. I create. I conquer. I hold the power.
Make a choice. Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
We can't have another bad year. You've got to get to the point where enough is enough.
It's much easier to come up with excuses and why you can't do it. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, complain about your situation, your circumstances, you surrender and give up on your dreams, become depressed and bitter and angry. Anybody can do that. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, keep coming back again and again and again. Get up dressed every day.
Take life on. Taking life by the collar. You say, yes, I will do it.
I can do this. And you've said to yourself, I'm willing to face the no's. I'm willing for people to laugh at me. I'm willing to gut this out. I'm willing to make this happen. It's my time. It's possible. It's necessary. It's hard. It's worth it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can do it. If anybody's ever done it at any point in time in history, then what's possible for one, it's possible for me, and I'm going to do it. And if you do that over and over and over again, your life will be easy.
Today is just another day. It's the sort of day that will offer you chances.
What if you just had one more day? What would you do differently? How much time have you already spent worrying instead of doing something that you love?
Somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we're dying. Then we might live life to the limit. Every minute of every day. Whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. I say to you that if you're driven by anything other than your love, than your spirit, your desire to grow and expand, if you're driven by your need to please others, if you're driven by your fear, if you're driven by your past, it's time to free yourself. And the way to do it is decide. Decide consciously what you want your life to be about.
Our life is dynamic. It's constantly changing. But it comes with a decision that you're going to divorce the story of your past, the lies you've been telling yourself that you should change, and you're going to enter into this new life where you must change. You're going to go from that should to a must. So why don't you start today? Why don't you make a decision that you're not going to be this person anymore, and you are going to be on a new path with the decision that you make today.
Wishing for something, writing it down, is not enough. The hunger is not enough. You have to take the step out first. You have to take action.
To holding yourself 100% accountable that you can control your life.
Do you think Muhammad Ali complained when it was raining out and said, I'm not training today, we'll wait till tomorrow? No, he was dedicated to something.
Beneath the surface, what are you made of? Are you made of a championship material, a championship fabric all the way through?
Are you going to bring it when you made a decision? Your word is your bond. Stay true to the word that you said to yourself. You have to be the one willing to go forward.
And go after this thing. Not just wish for them, but to take action. To take control of this life. To take control and to get what you want out of life. To grab life by the horns and say, I'm going to get what I want. What I must have.
Every single day is a test of who you could be. You gotta be chasing this every day of your life.
The greats think differently. The greats see differently, right? The greats have a different worldview. The greats, they approach the game in a totally different way. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. Because if you can get this, you can get any success you want in life. You can have anything you want in life if you can get this. The next time you give a low effort, right? You give it 70% or 50% or 30%. I want you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. If your effort is low, you're probably not thinking about the opportunity. You're probably thinking about the obligation. And when you think about E.T., how you stay pumped up. E.T.'s how you stay on fire. E.T., how you always driven. Even in the midst of trials and tribulations. Even in the midst of your haters. When people try to break you and tear you down. E.T., how you stay strong. I keep thinking about the opportunity. Every single day, I'm thinking about the opportunity, and I'm not looking at this thing as an obligation. I'm not looking at this thing as something that I have to do, whether I'm forced to do, right? Something that somebody's making me do. Every time I wake up, I'm thinking, I'm alive, baby. This is the day. This is an opportunity. If you want what you've never had before, if you want to do what you've never done before, if you want to be what you've never been before, change your mentality. And I want you to see that effort goes up when you look at it as, I got an opportunity of a lifetime. But you should be excited about the fact that you have an opportunity.
when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way that it is, and that your life is to live your life inside the world and try not to get in too much trouble and maybe get an education and get a job and make some money and have a family. But life can be a lot broader than that when you realize one simple thing, and that is that everything around us that we call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you. So build a life. Don't live one, build one.
You can't stay where you are and go where you're trying to go. And that's the problem. Many of you love your comfort zone too much. You love it. You love security too much. And I'm telling you, you can stay where you are. You can. But you can't stay where you are and try to go where you're going.
Because people that change the world do not let the world change them. Because there are two types of people in this world. Those who are amazed and those who are amazing. So which one are you?
I've got one question for you. If you could have your goal right now, would you take it? Would you even be able to handle it? Think about it. Really envision, visualize, think it through. What is it that you want? Are you ready for it? Have you become the person worthy of it? Could you handle it? If you could have your goal right now, would you take it? See, that's a tough question. It should be easy. The answer should be yes, I'll take it right now. Give it to me. But that's the problem. It can't be given. You've got to go out there and take it like it's yours, like you own it. But are you ready for it? Have you worked for it? Have you put the time and the energy? Have you become a person that's qualified for it? Of course, it all starts in the mind, truly believing that you deserve it, truly believing that you are capable of having it. But it takes work. Have you put the work in? Every day are you working towards it? If you could have your goal right now, would you take it? How does the achievement of your goal affect you, affect your family, affect the ones around you? Would you take it? Could you handle it? Are you prepared for it? Are you prepared for all the change it's going to bring? Because when we want more out of life, we get more of everything. We get more money. We get more impact, more influence. We also get more problems, more criticisms, more conflict, more controversy. People doubting you, people telling you you're not ready, people saying that you're not the person to be doing this kind of work, people saying that you're not the real deal. There comes doubt with that. And of course, doubt within yourself and doubt from other people who are very close to you. Are you ready for that? Because it's coming. Have you built the relationships that can help you get through the storm? Do you have the systems in place, the personal, the business, the emotional systems in place to help you see yourself through the storm? Because most of the time when you're going after what you want, most people will not be able to relate to you because they're not doing that. Most people are going for what's right there in front of them. Most people are playing it safe. Most people aren't chasing anything down. But you are. You've decided to. You know that there's something more. You actually look forward to putting something in front of you because that keeps you driving forward. If you want something, nobody has the right to talk you out of it. If you want something, you go out and get it. My question is, Are you the person who's ready for it?
I think the greatest of people that have ever been in society, they were never versions of someone else. They were themselves. It's the great tragedy. People employed in ways that don't fully tap everything they do best in life.
Deep down in your heart, you know that you're not living to your potential. And life is now something you're just getting on with.
See, I look around at people so often, they're so unhappy, and I think the reason is that they don't ever win the game of life. It's a game they feel like they can't win, like they're always losing. And the reason, number one, is they don't know the purpose of the game.
That's why people wake up in a rut. Their life has no purpose, no meaning. They're not morning people. I'm just not a morning person. You're not a morning person because you're not living in your purpose. See, you hate waking up because you're waking up and you don't know the reason. You're waking up and you don't have no design in mind.
Just stop and think about what's most important. Think about why you're here. You are here for a reason. There's something for you to do and be here.
Take a look at what burns on the inside of you.
You've got to find what you love.
What burns in your heart is important for you to pay attention to, because it never goes away.
Start to realize there is something inside of you that is never ending. There's something inside of you that is unchangeable. And that's the part of you that knows what is right, what to do, and why you're here.
The only way to be truly satisfied is to love what you do. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it.
The most stable thing that a man can do is to listen to his heart, to follow it.
Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
But you see people successful soaring by, and you want to soar. But you got to jump.
You gotta find something within. And when you find out what your why is,
you don't sleep day or night to get it.
People who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen.
When you truly need something, you can find a way. And you stop at nothing to reach it.
What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you could ever begin to imagine.
We're all dying. What are you dying to do?
What is your true purpose on this earth?
The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you learned why.
There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
You think you're doing anyone a favor by taking the safe route? You're damn right you'll die safe and sound without scratches or scathes too deep. And of course your heart will be safely intact, never broken too hard but only because it was never loved hard enough to make a difference.
What prison are you in that is keeping you from expressing the gifts and the talents you were born to express to the world? You are denying the world your talents and the gifts if you're not standing in full self-expression.
I don't think y'all be doing this to yourself. It's just shitty pipe dreams. I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there. And you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, right. That's the way it is. I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
There are those who have dreams and chase them, but those who sleep, waiting to be awakened.
When you leave the crowd and you start to dream and express your best to the world, you will be different, and people don't like it if you're different.
Every hero you guys had was called an idiot, crazy, a loser.
They will try to tear you down, and they will try to mock you.
Don't allow anyone to tell you that what you are dreaming is not possible.
I will not accept it.
It is possible.
One person with a belief overrides thousands of people with just intent.
It's about heartbeat. It's about passion. We are defined by our choices.
This is your time. This is your moment.
Right here, right now. Go take it.
Make your life spectacular.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. You got a dream, you gotta protect it.
You're all a lot more than you know. You got more inside of you to give.
You want something? Go get it. Period.
When we're laying on our deathbed, you're not going to worry about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that that was all game, that was all an illusion. The only thing that's going to matter is the impact you had on other people's lives.
We are all on a separate journey. But the beautiful thing about our life here on this earth is at my funeral, they ain't gonna talk about my success. They're gonna talk about who Nick was and how Nick lived and how Nick loved and encouraged.
Success is incredibly important, but even more important than success, it's having an impact. It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain. It's knowing that because you've been here, you've blessed lives, you've developed people, and you have made the world a better place.
The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart.
Life is a mirror. And life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand, and he said to the man right in the stand, "Hey, bum, 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 got any grapes?" The man said, "No, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Can I get a glass?" The duck said, "I'll pass." Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man right in the stand, "Hey, bum, 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 got any grapes?" The man said, "No, like I said yesterday."